Hello and welcome to Math 200, Introduction to Elementary Probability and Statistics here at Cañada College. My name is Lapuz and I'll be the instructor for this course. In this video we will take a look at the Canvas course and observe the resources that you can find to help you be successful for this course. We'll start with the home page, and here we will have recent announcements. As of today, before the class is starting, we have no announcements yet, but we can see once you get on this page in the middle of the semester, you will be able to see the last two announcements that have been posted. This is statistics, CRN 93756, online, asynchronous. And if you want to communicate with me, the best way to get a hold of me is through my email, and that email is rlapuz2, the number 2, at my.smccd.edu. And we have the communication plan statement here and the grading timeline. Other announcements will be posted in the announcements and also here on this homepage. These will be announcements that are going on throughout the campus. For example, we will eventually have a Learning Center open house and you will be invited to attend. Now, I know you're taking this as an online asynchronous course, but if you happen to be in the area in Redwood City near Cañada College, you are welcome to attend. In this box are the list of all the assignments that will be due for the semester, except maybe a handful of some extra credit assignments that have not yet been posted. Most of these are almost available. They're, the first part here in the beginning of the semester is already posted and available, except for the information about the exams and the journal after that. Those will be posted after the exams happen. These are ready to go. They're just not published yet, and so you might not be able to view them in the beginning of the semester, but you eventually will as we get closer to the dates that are due. And some advice from students in the past. I'll post quotes here every now and then, and that's our homepage. All right, I want to skip over the modules for a brief moment and take a look at the syllabus page. So if you go to the syllabus page, you can click on the syllabus and it would be ready for you to be able to print out, download and print. So this is our official syllabus for the semester. We have a welcome, we have a proctoring statement. It's just to say that for you to be able to take the exam, you will need to download Proctorio as an asynchronous, as you take this asynchronous exam. And if you have issues with that, then you can certainly reach out to me in my email. Reach out to me before a few weeks before the exam is scheduled, and then we can discuss alternatives. But the alternative will most likely have you come to Cañada College to take the exam in our proctoring center. Course material will be our Canvas page, which we'll get to. And the textbook is going to be an open source textbook. And we will be using this homework system called My Open Math, but you will not really need to know anything about this because My Open Math will seamlessly connect with Canvas. Just to give you a heads up, you will see some assignments will have different looks as compared to what you would normally see in Canvas. Now you're encouraged to use something to help you make the calculations for the statistics that we'll be computing. And you can use Google Sheets, and I have some videos that help with Google Sheets. You can also use a TI-84 calculator, and there are videos for that as well. But you're welcome to use any other resources you want. Google Sheets is free. The TI-84 calculator, most students have that coming out of high school. And if you don't have that and you're connected here at Cañada College, you can rent one out for the semester. You can purchase it if you want, but the Google Sheets comes with your my.smccd account, and it's free, so you're more than welcome to do that. You can also use Excel and any other spreadsheet or any other online resources you might find along the way. We have the course description, the student learning outcomes, and some resources available for our college, so you can view that in your own time. The grading will be based on check-in quizzes. We will have some check-in quizzes throughout the semester. We'll take a look at that as we move through this video. We have homework that's going to be worth 15%, and we do have a makeup policy for homework, and so please read through this carefully. The bottom line is you will need to email me, and you will need to write your subject as Math 200 makeup homework, so that will catch my attention and be able to open up the homework for you. We have journal assignments. The journal assignments, we'll take a look at an example. There's one example here, which is your math autobiography, but we'll also take a look at a few more types of journal assignments. And the 2 midterms and the final will be 25% each, totaling to 75% of your grade. We have the standard grading scheme here, and just a note about the grade book. Some of your grades will be updated automatically. Those are assignments that are coming from My Open Math, but sometimes I do have to grade things, and so I will need about a week or 2 or 3 for grading those exams and other assignments. The courseware, we'll again take a look at this in detail. And here's one possible approach you could take, and I'll try to model that as we go through the website. The idea is to go through each module by module. You'll have about a week to go over 1, maybe 2 modules. And the idea is complete the quiz. Read through things, complete the quiz, and then try the homework assignments, and then go back and read. There's also discussion boards for each chapter, and we'll talk about that as we go along. I've got some growth mindset statements, and here are the exams, exam due dates. Now, these are due dates, and your exams for each of these will open about a week before the due date, so you'll have about a week to complete them. Other important dates are listed here. And here is the list of topics that we will be going over and an overview. Okay, so that's a quick rundown of the syllabus. I do have a whole semester schedule available for you as well, so you should print this out and hang it somewhere, or you can just take all these dates and put it in your calendar, in your e-calendar or your handheld calendar, book calendar, whatever. Just so you know when things are due. So we have journal assignment number 1 is due on the 22nd. We have a checkpoint for chapter 1 due on January 23rd. And we have the homework, all the homework assignments that for chapter 1 are going to be due on the 24th. The first exam deadline is going to be due on the 20th, which means it'll open up probably about February 13th. And chapters 5 and 6 are due in the same week, so keep that in mind. We have checkpoints due on the 27th for chapter 5 and 6 in February, and then the homework for chapter 5 and 6 due on the 28th. We do have a spring break. You can see that in the calendar as well, and all the other important dates that are listed in the syllabus are here. All right, so this is a handy calendar that will give you an overview of the whole week. Now let's go back and take a look at modules, and one way to approach this class is to go through this module by module. We have the welcome module that has the home page and some using technology. We have the textbook that can be available online, so you can click on that and take a look at the ways to get the textbook, but you can download it, you can read it on the website. And then you'll see the textbook here available for you without you having to buy it. So that's our textbook. And the textbook, sometimes they catch errors, and so they fix that. And then there's the solution manuals if you want to go through some of the problems in the textbooks. All right, now getting to the chapter modules. The idea for each chapter is to start with the video and the quiz. And so this will cover all of chapter 1, broken down by sections in these tabs. So each of these will have a lecture of some sort. And in chapter 1, we have lectures with PowerPoints, but moving on from chapter 2, we'll shift to a different model. But after you take a look at this, you can check your understanding for section 1. You can click on that, and this will get you to a place where you could take a quiz where they ask you a few questions and you can answer and you can submit the quiz, etc. Okay, so these are short quizzes, 4 questions. And then you can go through section by section. Next in that particular module, you can click on the back button to go back to the modules, or click on the module button here again to go back. Next here is a discussion board. And each module has, each chapter module has a discussion board where you can communicate with your classmates. Now, I won't be looking at these in detail, so if you have any questions, you can post your questions here. If you have answers to some of these questions, feel free to answer the questions. It's basically a place for you all to collaborate. So you can go back to modules by clicking on modules, or you can go click on the next here that tells you what's next in that particular module. In this case, there are videos that help you with some of the homework problems. There aren't very many for this first chapter because I'm hoping it's pretty straightforward. And then we click on next, and then we get to the set of homework assignments. So this is homework 1.1. If I click modules again and go back to this chapter, I have ran through the chapter 1 videos and quizzes. Start here, the discussion board, the technology and homework help videos, and then here's that homework chapter 1. And then you can see homework chapter 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. So all these are due on that due date. Let's go back to the schedule, January 24th. So that's due on the 24th. And then when you're finished with that, you can jump to the next chapter. So just to see the difference from chapter 2 on, like I said, the structure of the lectures will be different. So let's take a look at that. We click on chapter 2 videos. This time we have an overview. So we have the learning objectives for the chapter. We have the overview, and that has videos as well. So lecture videos that don't have PowerPoints anymore. So you can go through the lecture video to see what the instructor has to say. Click on next. Oops, let's go back over here. That was just the overview for the chapter. Now if we go section by section, there's other little lecture videos for each of the sections, and there's a link to the textbook and the Check Your Understanding quiz. So these are the quizzes that would be popping up. So in this case, this particular quiz for chapter 2, if I go back to the schedule, is due on, the checkpoint quiz is due on January 30th. So you could take that quiz. Again, the quiz is going to be just 4 questions, a short quiz that dealt with the section, the textbook, and the little mini lecture that was given there. Okay, so let's leave that. As you go through the rest of the sections in this, you can finish the first section, section 2.1, for example, and if you look through this, check your understanding based on the video that was given, and you feel comfortable, you can view these other videos if you want, but you can certainly from here go back to modules, go back to chapter 2 and begin the homework assignment for 2.1. So since you've just finished 2.1, that might be a good time to jump on your in your assignment. Okay. And then after you go through each of these things, let's say 2.5, there's check your understanding there, some extra videos that are given. So when you're finished with this and you feel comfortable or you have more questions, you can go to the discussion board and post some questions. Or if you feel confident about it, you see some questions in the discussion board, feel free to answer. Clicking on next, the homework help and technology help. There's videos that walk you through using the TI-84, Excel, or Google Sheets. And so you could take a look at that. And then you can try one of the homework problems. So let's take a look at a homework problem here. If we start the homework problem, you'll see that this has a slightly different look from the quizzes that we saw. This is now accessing My Open Math. And you can walk through here and give your results. So when you enter something, it says enter an integer or decimal, and this is looking for a percentage. So you enter your percentage based on what you think the answer is. If you're stuck, you can click on the video here. And then there's somebody that would be able to explain something that's similar to that problem. You can submit the question to check your answer. And if you submit 3 times, it'll finally give you the correct answer. And then, so let's see, let's submit something. So that's not correct. Let's submit something else. That's also not correct. And let's submit one more time. Well, I think that was it. Here's the correct answer. And so what you could do is you can try it again, get a similar problem. So say you got this wrong, you try a similar problem and give the frequency with a lower class limit of 35. That's that last one. That's 4 out of this whole thing. So if I take the calculator, if I add up 7 plus 3 plus 8 is 18, plus 7 is 25, plus 8 is 33, plus 4 is 37. So 4 out of 37. If I try putting that in the calculator, it's 0.108. And so if I change that to a decimal, it's 10.8. So let's try 10.8. And hit enter, submit question, and it looks like I got that one correct, and then I can move on. Or you can move on and skip some of these and come back to them a little bit later if you want. But that's the general idea for doing the homework. Okay, so as of now, you can collapse these modules, but as of now we have chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4, and those are the chapters that will be covered in the first exam. And so coming here after chapter 4 will be information about the exam as we go through them. Okay, so that would be an example of a flow that you can take in order to get through this course, chapter by chapter, section by section. So like I said, go to the beginning part, go through the orientation, watch the video, go back to the next section, watch that, take the quiz, and if you feel comfortable with the information in 3.1, go back to the modules, go back and try homework 3.1, and then once you get that, move on to 3.2. Okay. All right. So the next thing down the line is the syllabus. The announcements, if you, like I said, the home page will have the recent 2 announcements, the last 2 announcements that have been posted. If you want to backtrack and see older announcements, you can go to announcements, and then you'll have a list of all the announcements here. You can click on assignments as well to see all the assignments in one place. You can sort the assignment by the date that they're due. You can sort the assignment by type, the type of assignments that you have, etc. So let's take a look at the show by type. We have check-in assignments for chapters 1 through 4 currently. We have the homework assignments for all those chapters as well. And these are the journal assignments. So I want to highlight the different types of journal assignments that you'll get. Journal assignment Number 1 has a DB that stands for discussion board. So this is a discussion board assignment. And most of the time when you have a discussion board assignment, it's going to ask you to post your post, and then it's going to ask you to respond to a handful of other classmates' posts. And so here are the details for that. And some of these journal assignments have an associated extra credit available for you that's related to this. So you can click on this and do the extra credit as well. The other types of journal assignments are when you see this little icon here, this is a quiz built into Canvas. In this case, it's a Proctorio check that checks to make sure that you can download and can use Proctorio. When you click on that, it's going to ask you, do you have Proctorio available? And so don't just take the quiz. You have to take the quiz with Proctorio, and then it's going to ask you, this particular one's going to ask you a question about the syllabus. So you can download the syllabus, you have the syllabus ready, and then you can go ahead and answer questions from Proctorio or from this quiz. And then the other type of journal assignments would be a journal assignment where you would write a short essay in a document and then submit it. So here is an example of where you write something, save it as a PDF, and then when you click on Start Assignment, then you upload your PDF and submit your assignment. Okay. All right. So those are the different types of journal assignments that we have. The quizzes, the check-in quizzes are like the quizzes in Canvas. The homework assignments go into My Open Math, and the journal assignments have different types. Some are discussion boards, some are things that you have to submit, and there's one assignment that is related to Proctorio. And that is a good practice for being able to do the portions of the exam where you have to use Proctorio. So the idea for this journal assignment number 2 is not just for you to check your syllabus, but also to make sure that you have Proctorio up and running and that you can use it. Okay, and there's going to be more information about the exams here as we get closer. So the grades, as you do your assignments, you will have your grades updated. So you can check on your grades here. Here are the discussion boards collected as discussion boards. So like I said, the chapter X discussions are the discussion boards where you and your classmates would go in there and collaborate, ask and answer questions. And then when you see a J number and DB, that's a discussion board that's related to a journal assignment. Okay, the rest of this are all just standard Cañada College or SMCCD information. So there's accessibility information. There's information about our library, our Cañada Cares program, our tutors, and our Title IX statement. Okay. All right. So that is our introduction, and I hope that you all find this informative, and I hope you all have a good time as you're learning statistics. So good luck, and I will see you online.